Hello all, I just wanted to show you a daily spread that I did, a daily bread that was yesterday. Sometimes, when you're really cramped, sometimes just do a simple 3-card spread can be very helpful, just very quick. And I had one teacher who said to me, if you're a good parent and your child is tired and they don't say much to you and then say go, and then you say to them go have some sleep, do you think as a parent, do you feel less about your child? In the same way, he said, God just says, you're tired, I understand, just go to bed. Anyway, so what happened here is I did this 3-card spread, and so let's work quickly through the elements here. This is earth, water, and they are allies. Water, fire, and they are contrary. And then fire and earth are neutral to each other. And so when you work it all out, essentially this card is somewhat strong and these cards are neutral. So basically what we have here is usually an end of a cycle, and it's usually a sort of happy ending, but note the cups are tipsy and topsy, so it's a little bit about maybe having a little bit too much. That's why the English title is satiety, and it has a Mars aspect in Pisces, so it's not quite the happy ending that weight shows. This is the card of will, and so the idea is it's very focused, but it doesn't necessarily have a goal, so it's pure will, pure energy. This would be in traditional Hindu thought the third chakra, with great energy and power, your solar energy power, all geared up and well distributed. And then the universe card, or the world card. If you compare this to the other Crowley card, the masks are present in the Hierophant, but they're just the form of religion, and the idea is that the High Priestess is the other part. She is the substance, and together they form these creatures with the water or the spirit flowing through the form. So what happens now, and also of course very key, is coming through the eye and transforms into the Kundalini snake. And as stated in one of my exercise videos on Kundalini yoga, the higher chakras is about dancing. Your elements of your body, your atoms, are dancing with the universe. And as soon as they said that, I thought of this card. So she is, that is us, that is the she, maybe it's the Shakti rising, which is the whole point of Kundalini. Shakti, the divine feminine, meets the divine masculine, which is consciousness, and they join. And so it's, and so she is rising up into, Shakti is rising up into Shiva, and they're meeting. And it's therefore the end of the cycle and the Kundalini rising. All this came together, and then I received a phone call a couple hours later saying that I had been accepted into a position for AmeriCorps to help with disaster relief and so forth, full whole gear. So I'm quite excited. I say this not only as an example of this, but also about a little bit from my absence, part of what's been going on. So spiritual development has been happening. I am slightly sorry for the silence, but again, this is also, you can see the interaction between a daily read in your life. Again, does this mean I'm done with all cycles of my life? No, obviously today a new thing starts, which is the termination of a process, and the will is pure. And of course now, that the interview and application process is over, and so now the next part, we would expect maybe some smaller trump cards. We would expect maybe Fool, Magus, Priestess, these sorts of things to start to show up. Empress, Emperor, Hierophant, the lower cards, the lower numbered cards, as this starts again. And so it's a really interesting balance if we're to do the Tree of Life. Obviously this is the first path that you work on, but in a certain sense there's a way in which you also work through all the trump cards and then start over. So I knew a woman I read for her, and I said, you came and you got a high priestess, but now you got the art card, and it seems that you're making some spiritual progress. And she always says, yes, I always get the priestess card, and then went to make some very inappropriate remarks to me that were really noob, like N-O-O-B. Should know better, but have been doing this for a while. And it became clear that she had been caught in an eddy of development and non-development, to be honest. So, and she had been caught in that lower card. That's the reason the priestess and the magus were showing up so much. She really needed higher numbered cards to show a progression, a spiritual progression, because we have so many cycles. It's like the death card in Thoth, where there's all the cycles and the circles. So, we need to always be cycling, Lord willing, and regardless of your eschatological beliefs. Everyone hopes, I hope, from Buddhist to Christian to Hindu to Islam to Judaism, that you're always pagan, Wicca, that you're always cycling and evolving in this life, spiritually at least, if nothing else. So I hope to have the Ten of Swords for you finally, and then as an extra treat, I'm going to go through the Ten of Swords and show you the positive ways, because I got this, and I'll tell you how I got that. That Ten of Swords is a real gift for us spiritually in discernment, because that's what a sword does. It cleaves and divides wheat from chaff, and it can be a real boon. In an unfortunate way, it never feels good to get cut, but it does lead us in the spiritual life. So, I'll see y'all later.